Hello and welcome to After Sunset Sunday. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm glad you're here. If you will, just check in the chat as you join into the live stream. I would appreciate it. I know I'm going live a little earlier than normal. I'm still going to hang out until my normal time if I can. We're just going to see how many things I get done. So we're going to be working on some different projects tonight. The first one that I'm going to work on is going to be finishing a Christmas tree block. Who needs to finish Christmas? We're not to Christmas yet, but who needs to finish Christmas? Me. I need to finish Christmas. I started this block a couple of years ago, and I haven't gotten back to it. So it is time to get back to it. So this is what I've got done so far. I do have my extra cream colored background hanging out. And then I'm going to show you the drawing that is on the opposite side. This is the paper piecing. Welcome in, Patricia. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. So this is the paper piecing pattern that I'm going to be working with. And I don't know who drew it. I don't know. Welcome in, Linda. Glad you're here as well. Glad you guys made it. So we are going to paper piece this. We're going to finish paper piecing it. That's what we're going to start with. Wait, welcome in, Susan. Glad you're here. I know Tiffany's still going live, or still live right now. So I know, at least starting out, it's going to be a little bit low on the attendance, but that's okay. I went to Devil's Tower today. I did not know how much of a hike that was going to be. So I did the 1.6-mile hike, and my body is feeling it. My body is definitely feeling that. I did it with the help of my walker. I could not have done it without that, for sure. All right, so what I've gotten done so far on this, and again, oh, perfect, Susan. She says she's watching me on her phone. I like that. I like that. So this is the pattern that we're working with. And guys, I did this probably about 2 years ago. I think we're about 2 years out. So I am literally picking this up from the unfinished objects pile and want to get it done and out of the objects pile. So I've got the line between, or the line to add number 10, which is part of the tree. Or no, 10 is supposed to be background. Okay, that's fine. That's what I've got there. So I've got the line for 10 and I've got the line for 11 sewn, which are both backgrounds. So the next one that I haven't sewn is for 12, and it is supposed to be for the tree. And I was kind of doing something with this, and it's kind of hard to see the colors on this camera down here. So I was doing the dark color of the tree on one side and doing light color of the tree on the other. So 12 is going to put me directly above 8. So 12 needs to be my dark tree. So what I did manage to do is I went ahead and starched my fabrics. Yes, there's a little bit of extra starch because I heavily starched it. They were crumpled up, and yeah, it was a mess. Susan says she would be at her sewing machine, but it's not acting right. That's not good. We can't have our machines not acting right. All right, I do have, let me grab my ruler real quick, so bear with me. I forgot I was going to need a special ruler. So I have 2 of these. One is in with a kit and is much longer. This is my shorter, older version. This is the add a quarter ruler, not the add a quarter plus. The difference between the add a quarter and the add a quarter plus, I'm hoping you can see this in this camera. So this edge right here, okay, so the lip edge is down here. This edge right here is squared off pretty well. It is not angled. And then add a quarter plus, this edge will be angled. So you'll have your lip edge and you'll have an angled edge for folding. With an add a quarter, the regular add a quarter, you don't have that lip edge angled. It is flat as can be. Susan says she would be at her sewing machine, but it's not acting right. That's not good. We should not have your machine not acting right. That is not okay. Not okay for your machine to be doing that. So if you don't have something to fold against, which I could probably find something. Am I going to? I'm not going to worry about it. But I am going to go ahead and, oh, I pre-folded this apparently. So I'm going to fold on that line, and the puppy dog has now decided to wake up and go get toys after his long hike today, because he hiked with me. I could not have done it without him or the walker. The two of them helped me. The wheel and the trail is not ADA accessible, so I could not have taken my wheelchair even if I had brought it with me. I did not think about there being a trail to go around, and yeah, I didn't think about it. My trip tomorrow, I will have the wheelchair with me. Susan says she showed photos on Juki's Facebook page about what it's doing, but waiting for the post to be approved. Gotcha. Yeah, it's such a hassle when our machines are not cooperating and doing what they're supposed to do. It's just a mess, absolute mess. And my hair is all fly away. I got home and was still hot and sweaty feeling, so I showered and did, washed my hair and blow dried it, and it's now fuzzies. Oh, it's now fuzzies. All right, so if you're new to paper piecing, here's the way that I do this. So I've folded on the line that I need to sew on, this line right here, okay? And this is an incomplete line because it doesn't go all the way to the edges of both sides. You can very clearly see it doesn't go to the edge here, okay? So on an incomplete line, I just kind of make a note in my head about where that line is, and I don't panic about it too much, but I flip this over, and I've trimmed that 1/4 of an inch away. That's what that add a quarter ruler is for. And I will sometimes hold this up until I am sure I know exactly where that line exists. So I now have fingers marking it. And I'm going to lay it down so I have markers on my mat showing me about where it needs to be. So my line goes to about here. So about 4 to 7. I need to cover that, and then I should be good. Okay, and I know the light is turned way down on this camera. It's so that you guys can see everything at the machine. So how's everyone else doing tonight? I really hope your machine gets to working again, Susan. It's not just inconvenient, it's so disheartening when your machine doesn't work right. And I did start a goal up at the top. We are trying to get to Super Chat goal, so I can do the giveaway on October 14th. So I've set a goal that we need to reach by then. I'm not going to publicly post what that goal is, just because I don't want anybody to feel pressured. But I do really want to meet that goal. Oh, you're so welcome, Susan. You're so welcome. There's nothing like not having your machine working. Remember that I had Beauty in the shop and had her in the shop more than once to get fixed because she wasn't doing what she was supposed to be doing. So I completely understand. Completely. All right, so I'm lowering my stitch length and I'm having a hard time seeing it. There we go. So I'm putting it about a 1.5, maybe a 1.2, I don't know. Somewhere around there. But either way, the shorter your stitch length, the easier it is for you to tear this paper later. And this is regular printer paper that this is on. This is what we were given. I did this with a Guild. Oh, yay! Thank you, Susan. You now have another raffle ticket for the Super Chat giveaway. And like I said, we're trying to reach the goal and do it by the 14th of October. Welcome in, Gladys. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. How are you doing tonight? So yeah, we I'm exhausted, guys. I can tell. So we're gonna see how long I can go tonight. I may not even make it till 10. We're gonna see that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna press this out of the way, press this back so that I have my line taken care of. I'm gonna stop the dog from being OCD tonight, or try to. It's so hard to get them to stop when they have got something in their minds. I think he does it to self soothe maybe. But we're gonna be we've got a light green that we're gonna be putting on here still, and then we've got background, and then we're gonna put borders on. We're gonna do borders today. And that will finish out this block, and I'm going to use it for something else. I'm not going to put it in a quilt. I'm not going to make a whole quilt of these. And I'm not just going to make it a wall hanging. I have another special idea that I'm going to do with it. I may turn it into a Christmas present. I don't know. We're going to see. We are going to see. But I'm ready to be done with it. It's been hanging around for 2 years. It is time for it to be done. It is time. All right. Let me stop him again. There we go. All right. As he's pouting now. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. If you've never done paper piecing before, I know this camera's not the greatest. I did a good paper piecing tutorial back December of last year as a freebie project tutorial. So I do have that out there in the internet, in the interwebs. If you want to grab that, it is there, available to be grabbed. So this may not be the best tutorial just because the lighting, because I would have to constantly change the lighting of this camera so you guys can see the machine and so you can see, you know, everything else. Oh my goodness. He is going to be the challenge for tonight, guys. He is ready to be the challenge. He's taken it on full force, and he has said, Mom, it is my world. Oh. So, how many of you have seen the Washington Monument? I know that's changing subjects, but trust me, there is a point. How many of you have seen the Washington Monument in person? Because I know I have. I know I have. And it's been a few years. I mean, I was in high school, so that's been more than a few years ago. They were actually doing construction on it the year that I went. Let's see if I can do. Nope, can't get a 1-inch piece, so that's going bye-bye. I'm not going to keep it if I can't get a 1-inch square, at least. All right. So, Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Who all has seen it in person? And I don't remember the stats. I guess I should have asked my husband first, but I didn't take pictures of everything. I was busy today. I was busy. So let's see. Linda says she's pinning some paper piece curve blocks so she can sew them all at once. Ah, perfect idea. That's what I plan to do with my gemstone wedding star from Quiltworks. I'm going to do all of what I can and then pin it and, you know, piece all the same things at the same times. That does make it so much easier. So much easier. All right, so I sewed 12, which was that tree. This one is another tree piece. Susan has never been to DC. Oh no, with as much as you love history, that would be a fantastic place for you to go visit. It really would be. Really would be. DC has a lot of history there. And it really connects you to the stories you've been told, too. DC is a fantastic place for history. I will say it is a fantastic place for running into a lot of other people at the same time. Not necessarily people that you know or people that you want to know, but running into people. It happens. It happens. All right, so now we've got that laid down where I want it. And is it going to cover? No, it is not going to cover. We are going to move it down. We're just going to center it because this is the last of this. And I am not worried what size my scraps end up being. So we're just going to center it. So now I know for sure that my point is going to be completely covered. And I'm just going to pick it up as a unit if I can. It failed the first time. I'm going to try it again. Paper piecing is a lot of fun, but it's one of those projects that sometimes I put on the back burner. Boston, Philly, DC, Virginia, places on her wish list. Oh, I love those places. I have been to Boston. I have been through Philadelphia, not stopping to visit, but just been through Philadelphia. I've been through Virginia. I've been through a lot of places in Virginia. I've been to Monticello, which I believe is in Virginia. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, you definitely need to get over there, Susan. That's a lot of history. You are definitely the history person. So you would absolutely enjoy that. Welcome in, Jennifer. Glad you're here. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. This is a low-key night. I am just trying to finish up a couple of random projects. And if you guys notice, I did finish up hey Judy, welcome in. I did finish up the Wyoming stamp borders. If you guys were with me, probably 2 weeks ago, I was working on the Wyoming stamp borders and I ran into a problem. My top and my bottom that I had made were not going to fit. They weren't going to fit. They weren't going to line up. They weren't going to be a match. And I thought and thought and thought about it. And I designed the borders in EQ8, so Electric Quilt 8. And the problem that I didn't think about was that the top and bottom borders were different sizes than the side borders. And we have a squeaky toy, which is okay. I can handle squeaky toy. Sorry if that is triggering to anyone else's pets. But hey, Cynthia, welcome in. You're my evening crew. Yay. Glad you're here. What was I going to say? So the top and bottom borders were different sizes than the side borders. And I cut everything assuming that I had all the borders were the same, and they aren't. So I had to recut the pieces for the top and bottom borders. They were just enough off. I couldn't reuse the same pieces. So I have a couple of borders in my my scrap boxes, and they'll probably go in with my random block box. I need to make a bigger box for them though, because I had a lot of random blocks, orphan blocks. So they'll go in with my orphan blocks and I'll put them together somehow, some way. All right, so here's what we have so far. So I just added this piece. So I'm going to trim that up. And I will have 2 pieces of background, and then we get to put on borders. We get to put on borders. I'm so excited. I will be so glad to have this out of my, what do I do with this box? Because that's kind of been the box it's been in, is what do I do with this? And you know what? I'm going to rough cut, so I don't cut as much of this into scrap as I don't need to. Like I don't cut the scrap pieces too small. So I'm just cutting past the last possible line that I could be sewing on. All right, so I have a bigger piece of scrap. Hey Pam, welcome in. Welcome in. And so tonight is finishing up random things, random projects that need to be done. So Wyoming State stamp is done. We are finishing up a paper pieced Christmas tree that I have had for 2 years. And then I have another project on that board for us to work on that I've already done all the cutting. All we've got to do is sew. Oh, thank you. Pam says, Tammy, your Wyoming stamp looks amazing. Thank you. I was just saying that I finally figured out why my stamp borders were not coming out right. So I designed the borders in EQ8, and EQ8 allows you to do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. Hey Rayan, welcome. Oh, and you love my stamp. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So EQ allows you to do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. And one of those things is I made my top and bottom borders a different size than the side borders. Well, that's fine, but when I printed out my templates, I only printed out the ones for the side borders, not the ones for the top and bottom. So that was what the hiccup was with it. So I had to go back and reprint, or I had to go back and print the border or the pieces, the template pieces for the top and bottom borders. So that's what I had to do. Welcome in, Laura. Glad you're here. Susan says she is sewing hexie flowers by hand. I like that plan. It's not, it's not my first plan, but I like that plan. That works. That works. Now, Rayanne, I do have to ask, should I do Tiffany's triple Irish chain with the 1-inch squares when I get done with my mosaic that I'm going to be doing? Let's see. Hi, Susan was watching a video on hexies. Oh, yeah. So they're not bad to do, Pam. Hexies are really great for if you're going to be sitting at a hotel or sitting in a hospital room or sitting waiting for an appointment. Anything where you're going to be sitting still for a little bit. Hexies are great for that. You can make a little travel bag for it. Hey, Barbara, welcome in. Oh, she's doing the hexies too. That's fantastic. So hexies are great because you can literally sit there at, whatever appointment you're going to, sitting, waiting in your car, you name it. As long as you're sitting still for 5 minutes, you can sew a hexie. You can do basting the hexies depending on what you're in the mood for. You can do actually sewing them. You have so many options, and hexies are really portable. So that's one of the really nice things about hexies. You can sit there and do them in front of the TV. It kind of becomes mindless sewing, kind of like our knitters and crocheter friends. They have the mindlessness of knitting and crocheting some projects, and same thing here. Hey Chloe, welcome in, glad you're here. So guys, I do have a couple of things that are coming up. First off, let's see. Okay, this week you guys will have a freebie live coming on Wednesday. I thought I was going to do it as a video. I'm not going to have time. I am just going to have to do it as a live. So you guys are going to get my freebie quilt this month. It is based off of strips. So grab your strips, grab your box of scrap strips, and be ready because we're going to have some fun. And so that is coming up on Wednesday. And something that wasn't originally on my schedule may be appearing this upcoming week. I can't tell you any more details until I have a better idea of when my schedule is going to be free for it. But I am looking at adding one additional program to get us into spooky season. Judy says she is ready. I love it. I love it. I am mostly ready. I am mostly ready. I have done everything that I can. Welcome in, Salsa. Glad you're here. Glad you made it in. And guys, we do have a super chat goal going. We are trying to hit a specific goal. I'm not telling you what it is because I don't want anyone to feel pressured. But we are trying to hit a goal so that I can give the bias tape maker and the winder tool away in October on the 14th. So if you are interested in winning those or any of the other fun prizes that I always give away, please enter the super chat giveaways. Please enter those giveaways. You can't win if you don't enter. All right, so I've got this piece now attached. I'm going to show you up here because it's prettier up here. We are going to be adding borders to this today. So we got one more piece of background to put on here after we press this, and then we're going to go to borders. So we are getting there. Hey, Raina, welcome in. Glad you're here. And I did start a little early, guys, but don't panic. All we've been doing is talking about things. That's all we've been doing. Talking, and I've been working on this. Welcome in, Alicia. Yes, Pam, I do. She's asking if I still have out-of-town company and is it going well? Yes. So, I will have a funny story for you guys next Sunday. I can't tell you this yet. I can't tell it to you yet that I will have a funny story for you guys next Sunday about my company and the stay and all of that. They will still be here by then. But I will be able to tell you more details. It'll be fun. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. So question for you. Oh, yay! Linda's adding to the goal. Thank you, Linda. And you have a raffle ticket for October 14th, provided we meet that date. If not, it'll be for whenever we meet that day. Welcome in, Helen. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Okay, I asked this earlier. And nobody has been. Who has been to the Washington Monument in person? Who has seen the Washington Monument in person? And I'm just going to rough trim this because I know I'm going to have to trim it in a little bit, but I need to reuse this piece of fabric, so we're just rough trimming. I know about where I can trim to, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, I was wondering what you guys are seeing, and you're just seeing fabric. Okay. You guys are just seeing fabric. Let's see. And Susan said DC is on her list of places she wants to visit, but she hadn't been there yet. Oh, Laura's joining it too. Okay, so Zaza has been to the Washington Monument. Yay! In person. Yay! Anybody else? Oh, Helen has too. Good deal. Who else has been to the Washington Monument? I went as a teenager in high school. That was my senior trip in high school, was to Washington, D.C. Cynthia has been. Yay! All right. So we've got at least 3. Pam has been there. She said spent more time at Korea and Vietnam memorials. I understand that. And Laura says D.C. was wonderful. Yes, D.C. is a fantastic trip. It is incredibly exhausting. I don't know how I would handle it right now, but it was a good trip back then. And I mean, that was a while ago. That was years ago. So here's the deal. I went to Devil's Tower today. Devil's Tower is the first national monument here in Wyoming, period. Well, it's the first national monument ever, but it is here in Wyoming. Zaza says she's been to DC several times, and Laura said her husband and her spent several days in DC. Okay. So when you think of the Washington Monument, you think, oh my gosh, this thing is huge, right? You really think it's really big. And Zaza's been to the White House twice. Judy says she's been to DC but had an infant and limited on what I could do. I understand that too. Believe me, I do. Thankfully, I didn't have a child with me when I went to DC, but I can imagine. DC is not as easy to navigate with any child under 10. It just makes it more challenging. Sir, what? What? Did you bring me something? Did you bring me a toy? We'll bring it. We're gonna have a play night apparently. No, bring it. You can't just bring it and then squeak it and not. All right. So we have a blueberry, and he's gonna go find it. Here in a minute. Go find it. All right, he went. The hop on, hop off tour buses are great, but spendy, yes. And you do get to, and oh, you were there in 2007. Ah, yeah, you got to a lot of sites. Yeah, you do doing that. We walked everywhere with the baby and toddler. Ah, I cannot imagine trying to do that. My body would just scream at me right now for even thinking about doing that. Okay, so the reason that I bring that up is Devil's Tower is taller than the Washington Monument. If you ever see a picture of Devil's Tower or you look it up, it is a natural formation. The Native Americans had their own traditions and their own history and all of that they say, that it goes in with. But they actually had a comparison between the Washington Monument and Devil's Tower. And Devil's Tower is huge compared to the Washington Monument, and you get to get really up close with it. Susan says Devil's Tower is amazing. It is. Washington Monument isn't that tall. No, it isn't, but at least to my teenage self, I really did think it was that big. I really did think it was that tall. And when you're in DC, it really does feel tall compared to all the other buildings you're seeing. I mean, I know buildings in New York City are taller and all, but it's crazy. It's crazy. So America's first national monument is Devil's Tower, and it is taller than the Washington Monument. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. Let's see. White House was not open. No, it wasn't open either for me. It wasn't on high alert at the time, but it wasn't open. I think they were doing renovations. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, today was Devil's Tower. That was what we did. And then I took the boys to a meat and three kind of place, like home style cooking, which finding something like that here is more challenging than you would imagine. DC doesn't really have tall buildings compared to other US cities. No, it doesn't. No, definitely does not. But that was their comparison. So, the comparison at Devil's Tower was that it's bigger than or taller than the Washington Monument, which absolutely blew my brother-in-law's mind. Hey, Debbie, welcome in. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. I have not. I mean, there's things that I still have not seen. There's still things I would like to see, but Devil's Tower was kind of on our list of things to go see while we were here. Like when we're once we moved here, and it's been 2 years, and we're just now going to see it. It took family coming into town for us to go see it to wow the socks off the brother-in-law. I worked at the Grand Coulee Dam, Washington. I don't remember all the stats, but it beats Hoover in quite a few stats. I bet it does. Cynthia was 13 years old when she was there. That was 40 years ago. I got to tour the White House. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my tour, we did not get the White House. I think we got the Senate building. And for some reason, our teachers thought that was going to apply to all of us so much more than the White House. I really would have rather gone to the White House. Oh, mitered borders today. Oh, I love hordes. I love hordes, Carrie. Oh, well, we are going to have, provided that, timing and all that works out for it, we are going to have an extra live other than the freebie this week. We're going to have an extra special one. Zaza said she was 6 the first time she went, wherever she saw a giant panda and was shocked at how small they were. Yeah, giant pandas are not that big. The Seattle Space Needle is taller than the Washington Monument. Oh, that's very cool. I love how they all compare themselves to the Washington Monument. It's kind of funny. Um, it's okay. It's autocorrect. Yeah, yeah. Autocorrect gets so many of us. So many of us. All right. So here's the tree, but it has no borders. And we're going to put some borders on it. Okay? We are going to put some borders on it. So the pattern, let me show it to you guys where you can see it better. The pattern has straight lines out here, and that's what I'm going to trim to. And then we're going to be attaching red for the borders because that's what I picked out 2 years ago, and that's what we're going with. I am not doing anything fancy. Not doing anything fancy at all. All right, so I'm going to fold along the top and bottom borders first. So we're gonna, actually, no, I wanna do the side ones. So we're gonna nix that. We're gonna do the side borders first. And the reason I'm gonna do the side borders is because my borders are 4.5 inches wide. Unsewn. Hi, Katie, welcome in. My borders are 4.5 inches wide, unsewn. So once they're sewn, they will be 4-inch wide borders, and I don't want to add the top and bottom and then have to have longer than normal side borders. And I did kind of trim close, but because we have this line that I'm going to sew on, it won't be, I can hide that. And we're also going to use the super tiny stitching length as well. Welcome in, Joan. Glad you're here. Glad you made it in. So who all was over in Tiffany's live when she showed her miniature Irish chain? Her super tiny Irish chain using the 1-inch squares that she collects. Who all got to see that? Or was I know I wasn't the only one. I know I wasn't the only one. I did have to leave her live just because I was drifting off to sleep and have to keep awake to be able to be functional for my own live. So yeah. Barbara was there. Judy was there. Okay. Do you think I need to do that? I have 1-inch squares. Zaza says she missed it. Yeah. It was just a brief little blurb, and she showed what she's done with it. I have a different 1-inch or a different quilt that's going to be using the 1-inchies. Hey, Nanette, glad you're here. Nanette was there, and Rayanne saw it and thought of me. Yes, right? Oh, good. Joan's going to try that next time she does one. Yay. Yeah, so guys, if you don't use 1-inch squares, I do. Tiffany's not the only one who uses them. I use them as well. So you are more than welcome to send me your 1-inch squares. I will put them to good use. I have a mosaic quilt that is going to be done first, and then the triple Irish chain as probably the next one. Sure, and we can see who would finish first. Oh gosh. I'd have to put projects on hold to finish first. I'm not putting any more projects on hold. I've already done that enough this year. This year has been the year of putting things on hold. Zaza says that she loves mini quilts, but she prefers English paper piecing them. I don't blame you. Not one bit. I do have another English paper piecing project that has been in my UFO box for far longer than I would like to admit to. Long enough for me to not want to admit to it. Carrie says, well, I just need to remember to drop them at the post office for me. Oh, thank you. Yes, please. She also showed Gulliver that she's going to quilt and enter in the one of the fairs. I missed that. I did miss that. I finished at 1-inch, unfinished at 1-inch. Pam says she doesn't keep anything smaller than 1.5. Yeah. If you can cut a 1-inch square out of it, I take it. So if you want to pass those on to me, you are more than welcome to do so. I will take them happily, and I won't be mad about it. Will not be mad one bit. I'm going to press my center crease out of this real quick. This is already pressed and starched, so yes, right now I am doing foundation paper piecing. This is a 2 years long UFO that I just need to get done. It's just this one block. That's all it was. One of my groups did a Christmas tree paper piecing for a project during the Christmas season. Okay, having to smell what the, or look at what the dog was doing. I apologize. But my group was doing it, and I, of course, did along with everybody, and I brought it home and just have not touched it at all. So now we're just putting on borders, and then I'm gonna, once all the 4 borders are on here, I am going to go ahead and rip this paper off. So this paper will be coming out today. We are done with this. We're not hanging on to it long term. It is time for this to be done. Now I am going to put this in a different project. Once this is done, my stitch length is really tiny, so it takes forever to sew through. But I could have done smaller borders, but I know kind of what I want to do with this once it's done. So I'm not going to worry about doing smaller borders. Let's see. Hey, Jacqueline, glad you're here. My EPP project I'm considering as a work in progress, not UFO. I pull them out when I need to sew something while watching something. Okay, so here's the thing. I do have other EPP or FPP projects. I mean, I have one EPP project. I have one English paper piecing project. But I have a couple of foundation paper piecing projects, and I have not been very diligent about working on them. So getting this out of the way means one less thing in my way and one less thing to distract me from working on what I should be working on. So this is both therapeutic and just overall necessary. 1.5 inch finished equals 1 inch square. She made a 9 patch with the same color in the middle for the chain. Yeah, Tiffany was working with 1 inch unfinished, 1/2 inch finish, I believe. Susan's only a UFO. When you stop working on it, mine are whips too. Yeah, see, this was a UFO. I completely stopped working on it literally from the day I brought it home. I did not, aside from shifting it from one box to another with all of its associated fabric, I didn't work on it at all. I did not care to. It was not a priority. It was like, well, that's, that's something I can do in, a couple minutes. Well, here's a couple minutes. Here's the couple minutes. Okay, so I'm going to press these. Oh, this red really shows up really good on camera, guys. Isn't that cool? And we're going to add a top and bottom border, and then I'm pulling the paper out. And I will do that live. Because I do have some basting stitches in here too. Oh, my chair arm is hitting it. I've done 1/4 inch hexie, mini EPP. The hardest part is basting them. Yes. Yeah, when you're starting to work with something that tiny, the basting part is insane. Absolutely insane. Crazy hard to do. And so my borders, I will not have paper to go all the way the width of my borders, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Oh, thank you, Nanette, saying that is pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we are going to trim the top off now. And I'm going to trim up the rest of this even with the border line. I do not even know if this was drawn straight. We're just going with the lines. We are literally just going with the lines that were drawn on here. Straight or not, it will not matter. The finished project that this is going to be, it will not matter one bit. It will be super cute either way. That's what I'm going with. Super cute either way. All right, these are too small. I can't cut a 1 inch square out, so they will go bye-bye here in just a second. All right, and Oh yeah, this is definitely, I don't think the lines were drawn straight at all for the edges, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, so I have a little bit of red I'll have left over from that side. Let me get this other in the scrap bin that is too small. And let's do the same thing to this other end. Get it trimmed up. Oh yeah, it's definitely not straight, guys. Definitely not straight. So it's not me, it is the pattern. And I don't care at this point because the project is going into, it will look cute either way. I will make this into a project. I already have a project in mind. What would you do with this? If this were your project and you're sitting here with this, one orphan block and you really don't want to make any more, what would you do with this? If you had to make a decision on what you would do with it, what would you do? I know what I'm going to be doing with it, but what would you do with it? I would love some input. Give me some answers. And it's a fairly big piece, so it's not one of those super tiny ones. It's big enough to do something with. Gift bag for Christmas, says Pam. I like the way you think. Sir, thank you. Judy says pillow. Ooh, that's a good one too. Mini wall quilt. Okay. That works. I don't know that I have any more wall space. My husband will probably find wall space, but I don't know that I really have wall space. Gonna put it that way. He will find some, but then we have no door hanger. I hadn't thought of that one. That's an interesting option. I really had not thought about that. What was the question? Oh, good question. All right, so what we're going to turn what I could potentially turn this into. It's going to have a top and bottom border. So what would you turn it into if you just had this one block with the borders on there? And what would you do with it? Made a decision in my pre-pandemic UFO that I finally got the top sewn is going to be long-armed. I like that idea, Susan. If you're not wanting to quilt it by hand or quilt it with your machine, quilting by checkbook really works well. If that's what you are talking that, right? Quilting by checkbook. I talked to someone who had put their quilt in the state fair because we were both going around looking at the state fair quilts. A week ago. Cynthia says a bag. I knew you were going to come up with that one. With all the bags you've made lately, I am not surprised. All right, now this time I am going to have to sew off of the paper to sew all of this together, but that's okay. That is okay. We are just going to sew a 1/4 inch seam, and then we're going to sew on the paper, and then sew off the paper to finish our 1/4 inch seam. Because we're going to have this complete border on here just to have it. Let's see. Pam says she's done a similar tree for a wall hanging on her work desk for the holidays. Even had a star button for the... I like the star button idea. I might have to see if I have a star button or if I can find one. Or I might make a small, fabric star. Barbara says as a door hanger. I love that. I love that idea too. I had not even thought about it. Put it on a tote bag and give it away. Oh, I know where your mind is, Joan. You want this, huh? Star button is a great idea. It is. I like that. Susan says she's waffled back and forth for months on whether she was going to hand quilt it or do by checkbook. Yeah. I was talking to one of the other quilters. I asked her if she had quilts in the show, and she did, or quilts fair, she did, and I asked her if she quilted it herself, or she said no, she had it long-armed. Okay, that works. And then she asked me if I quilted mine myself. I said yes, I did. I did quilt mine myself. Yeah, I did quilt it on my frame with my automation. And my state fair did not require me to list that it was done on a long arm, so that was not an issue with it. I will have to look for a fairly big star button, but I could potentially make a star, just do like freezer paper and make a star to put on top. I could potentially do that. And we do have another project after this one is done. After the paper is out of this one, and this one is ready to say it is done, it is no longer needing stitching for right now because I'm not finished. I'm not ready to put it into its final resting place yet. We do have another project to work on tonight. So I think you guys will enjoy that other project too. I pulled that one out from deep UFO piles. Like that one is a long-term UFO. And it's almost embarrassing how old it is now, but I think you guys will enjoy seeing it. Applique star, I like that idea too. I think if I do it as like if I turn the edges under using freezer paper, then it will look like I could, do it as, needle turn applique, make it look fancier, depending on how big of a star I want to go with. But because we now have these huge borders, it will work. All right, we're going to clear the stitch length because I don't want that small of stitches on my next project. All right. So, all right, I'm ready to press, and then we're going to get the paper off of here, and this will be done until we're ready to make it into something. All right, let me put these down here. I actually won't need these. I don't need any of them for this next one. And then I do have a third one if we get the second one done too. I came prepared, guys. I came prepared. Oh, I didn't trim off the edges. Okay. I may need a little bit of it back. I'll rough cut. Because I'll just square it up whenever I put it into whatever the finished project's going to be. Oh. So if I make this into a bag, are you guys wanting this? Are you guys wanting this tree? Is that something we're wanting? Make this into a bag and give it away? Since Joan suggested that. I mean, there's lots of options. I don't know if where I'm gonna give this away, but I think I want to make a triple Irish chain quilt next. I'm going through my stash to see if I have enough fabric. All the projects I want to do, and all the time I don't have to do it. Chloe says yes. Okay, so if I make this into a bag, you guys want me to give it away. Okay. It is noted. And Laura is definitely yes. I love it. All right. Let me rough trim this extra border. And again, I'm leaving extra room. I'm okay with a little bit of waste on this. I'm not hanging on to it. It'd make a lovely wall hanging for the holidays. It would. Oh, Helen says, sure, yeah. That works. I do plan to make some bags to give away around the holidays. So there will be some bags coming from me, most likely. All right, so this is it before the paper comes out, guys. Okay, so that means that is with no, girls, is Laura, yes, yeah, she is, Joan, she's here. Give away, what kind of question is that? Of course, I love that, Pam. Laura says she's here and she's listening mostly. That makes sense. I think that's all I could handle earlier in Tiffany's live is just listening, just because of all the hiking today. Oh, I love Pam. You're funny. Giveaway? What kind of question is that? It's almost too cute for a bag. I know. Just wait until it's quilted. Because in order to do a bag out of this, Judy says that would be a cute bag for her. I love it. Well, you just got one. You just got a bag. Don't tell me that that's already been put away and you're ready for another one. Oh. So, one thing with projects like this, especially if you're going to turn this into a bag, quilting it before you turn it into a bag. I'm also going to quilt, if I turn this into a bag, I'm also going to quilt whatever the other side of the bag is going to be. So it's all going to be quilted before it gets assembled. Rayanne says she has a double Irish chain that she started 20-some years ago that still needs to be finished. She just gets more excited about starting new projects. Same. Absolutely same. Susan wants it as a door banner. Oh, and Judy's like, nope, I'm using that one too. All right, so I guess we'll have to see what I turn this into. I will be making some bags though. I am going to say that. I do already have that in my mind. That is already going to be happening. So there will be some bags being made. I don't know exactly when, because I am sometimes not the smartest cookie in the bunch. Because I signed myself up for another project. And that's where the surprise one might come from. Pam says she hears you, Rayanne. She too has many old projects needing to be finished. Yes, I think we all do. I think we all get that fear of missing out on this new fancy project. And we have to do it. We have to do the fancy new project. All right, putting paper out of the way. Seeing if I can get a hold of this paper. I could go grab a straight pen, but where's the fun in that, right? Let's see. Oh, my nails show up really good. I just realized how bright my nail polish is. Let's see. So this other one, when I pull it out, is, gosh, oh my gosh, 9 years old, I think. I have pictures somewhere, and it's either 8 or 9 years old. I don't know which one, but it's one of those two. A quilting friend, we have decided, is a serial starter. Yeah. I bought a project off of people that were selling, estate sailing, from a serial starter. And she didn't start any of it. Yeah, a new one like your mystery quilt. Oh no, I have another one. Because I am not that much of an idiot, and apparently I am that much of an idiot. I call myself that in all the love and the lovely ways, okay? I'm not putting myself down. I'm just shaking my head at myself, okay? I promise. I think it's a common problem. I see new projects I want to start before I properly finish old ones. Yeah. I mean, this one was not even just I didn't need to start it. This wasn't even I didn't need to like do anything else with it. This was just, I was taking the, it was offered kind of like a class. And I put basting stitches in here, so I'm having to cut those out because the paper is not going to rip around them. It's the only place I think that I put basting stitches in that I haven't pulled them out yet. And I have my seam ripper. I don't know why I'm not using it, but I'm not. Maybe for the same reason that I start new projects. Hey Izzy, welcome in. Just popping in to leave the thumb. Heading to bed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Susan and Tammy, what's a serial starter? Okay, so a serial starter is you see a new project and you go, ooh, and you go ahead and get all the fabric, the kit, the pattern, everything that you need for this new project. And you get that first block cut. maybe a second block. You might even get into the third one. And then another project comes along and you have that same lust after the new project, and you've got to start this new project. So you'll have 5 or more starts to projects and none of them finished. And then you'll see another one that really just sparks your creativity, and you have to start that one too. And it just keeps going. Just keeps going. Oh, it went really good, Nanette. Thank you. She's asking how my collage class went. It went really good. I did not get very far, but I knew I probably wouldn't. It's a lot of tedious cutting, and I will have to work on that project here and there. Now, it is not one I would have started right then if it hadn't been for the class. I already had the pattern and the project in mind. I just didn't, I didn't have the rest of it. I didn't start it. Susan saying starting a new project you don't finish. Yeah, starting multiple new projects that you don't finish. Zaza says she usually manages to finish the top, but quilting is another matter. Yes, I have quite a few, and I need to clean off the long arm frame. Oh, good, Susan. She says hexagon flower is finished. Fantastic. Let's see. Pam says that she gets hers to about 75 to 80% done. Then life steps in, takes her a long time to get them going again. Yes, I understand that too. Yeah. I needed to not pick up another project, but did I do it anyway? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Joan says, oh, she's been there, done that. Didn't know what that was called. Yes, that is what that is called. Health was finally on the mend, and best have been this year. Perfect. Oh, good night, Judy. Thank you for being here. Rayanne says she is a serial starter. That's what she is. Oh, what was the pattern? Cora the Common Owl. That's the Laura Heine project that I've got, and it's in a box already. The pieces, the fabrics that I need to cut more of, the the fusible, all of that's in a box so I can work on it later. Hey Dre, welcome in. My brain can't do one at a time, right? Me too. I see something new and shiny, and then I get really, really bored with whatever I'm working on. And it is really hard to get back into it and finish it. It's just crazy hard. My brain does not want to do that. All right, so all the paper is now out. So, I got paper on the front. Love it. Okay. Oh, good night, Zaza. Thank you for being here. All right, so here's the front, guys. So you guys can see the front. And now that the back has been cleared of all the paper, you guys can now see the back as well. So that is another finish. And it is going to go up on my shelf for the moment. And I will find a spot to put it until I am ready to do more with it. All right, project number 2 for tonight. Just as Zaza's leaving. All right. Let's see. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Okay, good. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Who was here and remembers the Sedona Sunset quilt? Laura says that's super cute. Isn't it? It came out adorable. Okay. Sedona Sunset. This is not Sedona Sunset. If you're new or you have not if you didn't catch Sedona Sunset, that's okay. Sedona Sunset is on couple of my lives. I don't remember exactly when I was working on it, but we'll get there. That one was 2 years. The little owl pattern by Laura Heine is very cute. It is, isn't it? And Mr. Siberian Wind loves owls. Cynthia loves the Sedona Sunset. Yes, thank you. That's why I put blocks sun on my design wall. It encouraged me to continue. Yeah, I know. Chloe says, me, I love that quilt. I still have not put borders on it, guys. Sedona Sunset is sitting under the quilting table with no borders, okay? So serial starter, yeah. Aprilish might have been. It was before April, I think, because April's when I got sick, and I don't think I was working on it then. I think I'd already finished what I was going to do with it at the moment. I don't remember. I'll have to look. Okay, so this is part of the inspiration for Sedona Sunset, okay? This is the start of a table, like placemat size piece, okay? So all of this curved piecing is from a class I took in 2016, I think. Something like that. So this is kind of where we started. So I have pieces cut. I think it was around retreat time. Yeah, it might have been February then. Thought of Mr. Siberian went today. I opened a box and found a box of 64 Crayola crayons and a box of 64 Crayola crayons. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna laugh so hard. He's not even gonna believe me that you said that. I love that. Oh my gosh, he's not even gonna believe me. Okay. So when you're working with a piece like this and this is all improvisational, okay? All improvisational. The pieces that I cut from were pieced with curved piecing. Then I cut curved piecing out. Yeah, probably February. I'm thinking probably February. So I've got several pieces. Bear with me just a second. I do have to respond to this one. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Glad you're here. Normally, I don't want to interrupt, but let's see. This one I have to respond to. Okay. All right. Thank you for being patient with me, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, what I did earlier, hey Linda, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. So, what I did earlier is I took and I layered everything down and I did some more cuts so I can add a few more pieces and this piece will be done. We're not going to continue it. We're not going to make it bigger. We're just going to be done. So I am going to grab some pins. Would you stop, please, sir? He's being a challenge tonight, guys. He's really being a challenge to me. All right. So I'm going to temporarily adjust this camera. Please do not panic. I may have to leave it once I adjust it, but we're going to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, it's bright, and I apologize for that, but, well, it didn't go that much brighter. Okay, it is what it is. I thought it was going to adjust, and it didn't. So mainly what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it in a couple of places so that I know it's going to go exactly where I want it to go. And I'm not being super, picky about where I pin. I just want to know that it's not going to shift tremendously on me as I am putting this together. So we're just going to pin a few places. And I'm going to try to line up the curves because they were cut on top of each other. So the curves should line up pretty well, but I don't know if they will or not until I actually get there. Oh, everybody's saying hello to everyone else. You guys are fantastic for that. Thank you. So for those of you who did not hear earlier, there is a super chat goal going on. It's only going to run for probably another 20 minutes tonight, but I have a goal that we're trying to reach. so I can do the super chat giveaway in October. So any super chats you guys want to enter, if you're watching this after the live is done and you want to do a super thanks, you can absolutely do it that way. And guys, I am almost to the 1,000 mark. I am under 200 away. So if you know of anybody who would enjoy my content who is not already subscribed, let them know that my channel is here, that I am waiting, and I am patient, and that they can come subscribe. And I would not mind. A shameless plug, you know, a little shameless plug. Not super shameless, because I still have some shame. I'll still accept change. Oh, good night, Helen. Thank you for being here for so long. I appreciate it. All right, so now we've got the first one pinned that we're going to put on. So we're just going to sew. That's all we're going to do. We're not even doing anything fancy with it. I did adjust my stitch length back to normal, so I don't have a super tight stitch. So it'll allow for the give and take of the fabrics. So this upcoming Tuesday is not sew and tell, but I do have something planned for this upcoming Tuesday. So please don't miss out. This is the last one before sew and tell. So sew and tell will be next week, not this week, I believe. Am I right? Please tell me I didn't mess that up. Yes, I am right. So the 26th is this Tuesday. So the 2nd will be sew and tell. So if you've not gotten your sew and tell in, please go get it in. If you've not joined the Facebook group, there is a link in the description box. Please answer the questions when you attempt to join. That helps me out a lot. Then what is it? Okay, so Wednesday we have our freebie quilt. So you don't want to miss Wednesday if you're looking to stash bust with your strips. That is what we're going to be working on Wednesday. We're going to be getting rid of some strips. Perfect. Thank you, Chloe. She's also dropped the link to the Facebook group into the live chat. So if you're able to see the live chat, you can click the link and that will take you there as well. Again, don't forget to answer those questions. If you are not comfortable using Facebook, if Facebook is not something you do, that is okay. You are absolutely welcome to send me an email. So please do not forget to send me an email if you have anything new that you want to submit for this month. And yes, Joan, I will get yours this month. I promise. And let's see. So Tuesday is our regular Tuesday night, Tuesday edition. And then we will have our freebie on Wednesday, a freebie quilt. And then we are going to have another surprise coming up this week. It is going to be recorded. It's not going to be a live, but it is going to be a recording. Oh, thank you, Katie. She says she's hoping everyone has a good upcoming week. I've got 2 more places I am going to go visit this week. So I will be doing some more traveling, as though I didn't travel enough today. I will be doing some more traveling and getting those miles on the car. What is a super jack? Good question. So there is a little rectangular box piece with a $sign in it next to the chat piece, and that allows you to put some money onto, it's kind of like giving a tip, but it allows you to choose what you would like to donate to the channel. And YouTube does take a portion of it. You know, it's not without its disadvantages of using it. But Super Chat does help in a little bit, because it will help fund me being able to ship things, and me being able to purchase necessary supplies to do more lessons. Welcome in, Rita. Glad you are here. Glad you made it. So Super Chat, you can choose whatever amount you want to do. It doesn't have to be a specific amount. I don't require any specific amounts in order to enter. just that it has to be a super chat or a super thanks, which is something you can do. Same thing, but it's after the live is done. So when you're watching a recorded video, if the content creator does have those turned on, you can always do a super thanks. And that is just, for me, on my channel, I count that just the same as a super chat. I do count it. Oh, that's so nice. I agree with you, Chloe. She says that she hopes you have a good upcoming week, Katie. Agreed. Agreed. We all want everybody to have a good week. And you, Chloe, you need to have a good day tomorrow. You need to have a very good day tomorrow. I am sending all the good, positive vibes your way because you are going to need that. Oh, I need to tell you the funny later too. Oh gosh. Gotta add some water to the iron. My iron is getting dry. She doesn't like to be dry. So I do also have an iron that I will be cleaning this upcoming week as well. I'll probably be cleaning it on Wednesdays, what I'm thinking. Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure which yet. But I will be cleaning it, and I will videotape the cleaning so you guys can see what does and does not work. So I will be cleaning the iron soon, this upcoming week. All right, so we have the one strip added on. So this strip out here, the colorful strip. And so we're going to add another strip of green back in. Now, if you're looking to cut your fabrics to do something like this, you can actually layer them on top of each other and freehand the cut. That is exactly what I did. And it does work. Linda says she's going tomorrow to see her first grandchild. Can't wait to meet him. Oh, that's right. She says he was born Saturday morning. I think I remember catching you in a chat somewhere Saturday morning, just briefly. That's so exciting. Congratulations. Yes, going back to work. That is almost a 4-letter word. Well, work is a 4-letter word. In case you needed another laugh, work is a 4-letter word. We all have to do it to varying degrees. Yeah, work is a 4-letter word in my vocabulary. All right, I'm just gonna pin a couple. Great grandson. His name is Danny. Oh, nice. I can't wait for you to meet Danny. That's awesome. Eyes are really blind as those strips are not straight. Oh no, they are not straight, Rita. You are perfectly accurate. I love it. Oh my gosh. Y'all keep me laughing. I swear y'all keep me laughing. And I love that. I really do. I really do. Now, I'm going to ask the question everybody's probably going to think, or they're going to go, why didn't I think to ask that? Is Danny's name from the family? Or did he get his name just because his mom and dad like it? Or do we know? But we were talking names today. We were talking names. My husband and his brother. And all the family names and all of that. Yeah. We were talking names today, so that's why it's on my radar to even think about it. I love that one hanging up. Is that a panel? Yes. So the center is a panel, Rita. It is the Wyoming State Stamp panel that a subscriber sent to me. And then the piece section out here is actually pieced. Hanging up, not handing up. Yep. So the stamp piece ends. So if you see the little curves that go into the stamp on all 4 sides, that is part of the panel. Where this purple is, this magenta is, straight up and straight over and straight down, straight back, that is the actual border. So there's little black scallops on the outside edges, and then the border is pieced. And I could not piece the border originally, because the sides, I had the right size pieces for the sides, but I did not have the right size pieces for the top and bottom. So I pieced it, but then couldn't use it. Oh, so yep, that was, I am so in love with that. I've got to figure out what I want to do for quilting it and where it's going to hang up, but it is going to hang up somewhere where I can see it because I want to see it all the time. Those borders really look like mountains. That's what I was kind of going for. And the fabric that I used for those mountains is the fabric that the subscriber sent me as well. So I do have more of that fabric, and I'm not sure what I'm going to bind it in. I think I'm going to bind it in the white on white that's in it. I think I've got more of that. I want to say I do. Don't quote me. But I think I've got more of the white on white, so I think I'm going to bind it in that. But I don't think I'm going to worry too much about what fabric is on the back, because I'm not going to see the back all that often. I'm going to be looking at the front, not the back. So I don't know. His name is Daniel. They'll be calling him Danny. They just love the name. Oh, perfect. I like that. I like that. Oh, let's see. I just posted a show and tell picture of my hexagon project on Facebook. Hang up for the night. Absolutely. Absolutely, Susan. Great. I can't wait to go see it. Can't wait to go see it. We're gonna have a lot of show and tell this upcoming show and tell, guys. Oh, good night, Susan. Oh, let me put my needle down. Okay. I just realized that this is like standing up in the way, so you guys can't really see what's going on. So one thing that I do when I'm piecing curves like this is I will stop with the needle down, and then I will stop and readjust. Especially the steeper the curve, the easier that this makes piecing it. So if you can tell, this part back here is kind of trying to stand up while this is working. Probably on the Facebook group, Barbara. If you are not a member of the Facebook group, Chloe just got the link in there for us with Nightbot. That is a link to the private Facebook group. Whatever you share on there is not public unless you tell me so and tell. So if you put so and tell on the post or in the comments or something like that, where I can catch that it's there, then I don't share it. And if you do put it, then I can share it on so and tell. Then you also get entered to win, because every 6 months I give away a quilt to one lucky so and tell winner. Laura and Linda both have quilts that they have won, and the quilt that I will be giving away this October, the last time to enter is 3 p.m. October 7th, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, October 7th, because I will be doing so and tell that night, and then the giveaway will be on the 14th. Whether or not I can do the super chat giveaway then, I will be giving away the so and tell giveaway quilt. Oh, perfect. Good. Barbara says she will check it out. Now, if you are not a member of the group already, you will have to answer some questions. Please be sure to answer those for me. They don't have to be elaborate answers, but just answer them so that I know that you read the questions, you understand English, because I don't know enough other languages to help compensate. And the majority of our base is English speaking, or English writing. All right, so I've now got another strip added, so let me press it out. And I have been pressing these all one direction. I have not even bothered to press them like all in towards the piece sections or all. Oh, good night, Carrie. Thank you for being here. Have a good evening and have a great week. And if you've not petted fabric yet, go pet some fabric. You've got to go pet some fabric. It is Sunday night. That is what we do on Sunday night. We pet fabric. So please pet some fabric. My iron is not wanting to put out steam tonight. When you're working with curved piecing, it does help to do some steam. All right, so that strip is now added. That was the strip we added to it. There we go. Okay, but I've got more curves here that I've already put in. So we have another strip to put in, and we'll have one more grain piece, and then this piece will be done. I'm not adding any more than that. I'm not adding any less than that. Now, here's something I didn't think about because I did this today, and complete brain fart on this. So the last strip that I just put in, this one right here, is from one piece. So is the other one. None of the others are like that. So it'll be a little odd that two pieces are from the same strip set of fabrics, but I'm not going to fix it now. It is what it is, and I'm not changing it. It's not going anywhere. It is going to go into this piece regardless at this point. Oh. I did take Sudafed this morning, so that should be helping me a little bit. But I don't think it's helping me enough right now. Who else is having sinus problems? Is it just me? Is it just my weather here? I think it's just me. Maybe. I think, therefore I am. That's what we're going with. And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. It is completely free. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this, please hit that subscribe button. It is also completely free. Susan says she is not going to do a traditional grandmother flower garden quilt. She saw a beautiful quilt at the fair a year ago that she was inspired by. Flowers were arcs on each side, like parentheses and background. Ooh, I like that idea. That's going to be lovely. That is going to be lovely. I always take pictures of the ones that spark my interest so that I can find them later. So I can find pictures of them. Rita says that she figures she's destined to not be able to breathe. It is. I don't know if it's the traveling or the weather changes right now, but my sinuses are bothering me. They're not really congested bad. The Sudafed has been helping with that, but they're annoying me. Need almost 4,000 1-inch hexagons. Ouch. That's a lot. I agree, Chloe. She says, that sounds pretty, Susan. It does sound pretty. It sounds pretty intense, too. Pretty intense. Oh. I was thinking it was the wildfires for a little bit, but we're not really getting wildfires, guys. We got them yesterday. Oh, we do have storms coming in soon. So it could be that. I'm really affected by barometric pressure changes. So it could be that. I had not thought about that, but that is probably what it is. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with Tammy and her barometric pressure issues. Oh. I hope you get to being able to breathe a little bit better, Rita. I do need some trapezoid papers for the leaves. I bet. And Rita says that is beyond wow. Yes. And it's doable. Especially when it's mindless. Like you're just, putting stuff together, sitting there a little bit. It's not that bad. It's just, it does take a bit to do. You just have to stay consistently with it before it becomes a UFO instead of a WIP. UFO versus whip. Oh, there we go. We're gonna see if I did this okay. I did not pin this one as much. Oh, that looks pretty pretty good. And it does line up really closely, which is not what I wanted. But it's done. I'm not fixing it now. This is supposed to be very, this technique is very, gosh, I can't think of the word. If you can think of the word for me, think of the word for me. It's not interpretive. It's not interpretive. I know that's not what I'm looking for. The allergies combined with bronchial asthma, and the air here is just bad this time of year with it being monsoon season, extremely high wind, massive rain. Yeah. See, we don't have the massive rains. We have the high winds, but our high winds aren't right now. Our high winds will come as the temperature drops. Our high, mind bending to me. Yes. Oh, what's the word? Improv. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. With an improvisational piece like this, I didn't really want those two pieces to be that close together like that, but it is what it is. It's gonna be okay. Susan says it'll be her first bed-size quilt to be done all by hand. And I am the one who said I would never do hand piecing. Never say never. Yes, never say never. Absolutely. Humidity is an issue for asthmatics. It is. And I had to use my inhaler. When was that? Gosh, when did we go? We went to. Where I know where we went. I'm trying to think of when we went. It wasn't Saturday. Might have been Saturday. I guess it was Saturday. I don't know. But we went somewhere where I had to hike, and I had to use my inhaler for that. And I did not bring my inhaler today, even though I should have. So I really should have had my inhaler today. I may take my inhaler before I go to bed. Improvisationally freehand. Yes. Yes. I love the improv of it. Yes. That's exactly what this is. And this is improvisational curved piecing. And that's kind of the theory behind the class that I took. I mean, that was really all it was about, was improvisational curved piecing. So, like, all of the pieces in here were curved pieced. Then it's curved pieced together. Laura's been doing breathing treatments just to get through the day. Yeah, I bet. I've been fine until this last week, and the stress and the obligations and all that being all on me at the same time does not typically help me very much. So having a lot of things going at one time can be detrimental for me to stay on top of my health. So I'm trying. Could be from the smoke from the Red Canyon. See, that's what I was thinking too, but we didn't go that direction. We went up and then over, so we weren't even close. But there was a fire closer to us that was like 5 acres, and all of the smoke from it covered the city skies. It was bad. So that could be part of it too. But I think also with as much physical activity as I've been doing this last, 4 or 5 days, probably is not helping me either. I'll be paying for it, I know. So, wheelchair use it is. I will not need the wheelchair tomorrow for where all we're going tomorrow, but I will need it Friday because we're going to travel again Friday. Like I needed to travel again. I am skipping Wednesday's travel. But Susan, you are a hand quilter, so I would have thought you would also hand piece, right? I've had to go back to using my machine with the medicine in it, give me shakes, but that is okay. Yeah, I would rather have the shakes than to not be able to breathe. I will take the shakes every day over not being able to breathe. I did not like I have not gotten a nebulizer yet since I moved here, but I probably need to see about that once I get back into being able to see my doctors again. That needs to be a goal. We had a lot of smoke in the air last Friday. Yes. See, where is I at? Hope the air improves. Yep. Chloe, it happens to me twice a year, but it gets harder to get over it as time goes on. Have doctor appointments second. Hope that can finally get the surgery done. I agree, Rita. You've been a trooper, but you need to not have to be a trooper so much. Let's see. There's been air quality warnings nearly every day. It's this time of year in Arizona. Yeah. I'm about to turn this watch off, guys. Oh. I'm about to turn it off with it beeping on me. Nebulizer is always last resort, but it helps. Yes, it does. I mean, and if I have to do it like once a day for a week and a half at a time, that's okay. But that may be my next step. I haven't had a nebulizer in 10 years probably. Pam, I do hand piece small works, never have done a bed size. Yes. Bed size. That's the key. Yeah, no fun doing the nebulizer, right? All right, so that's the last strip that we're going to put in, and this thing is done. This is going to be turned into a bag, I already know. I do not know what size bag yet. But it will be turned into a bag of some sort. That much I do know. That much I know. And then I get to pull out the other one. So I might have to pull my my cutting stuff back over. My other project that you guys haven't seen in forever. You guys have never seen this one. You guys have never seen the tree. You've never seen this one. But the other one you've seen. You've been around here for a hot minute. You've seen it. All right. So this is the improvisational curved piecing class that I took back 8-9 years ago. I do have more of the fabrics, so the bag will be finished with more of these fabrics. That's a bag I would like, says Susan. I love that. Y'all gotta fight over my bags, right? Pam, I do let's see where I'm at. I wanted to learn hand piecing, but not sure about EPP. Yeah, English paper piecing is not bad. I will do EPP before I do regular just piecing. I started my Dear Jane as a hand piece work. Not happening. And I don't remember who it was. I was watching somebody and they're going to pick up their Dear Jane January of next year. Was it Deb S, the Pug Mom and Quilter? Is that who's going to pick up her Dear Jane? Because if that's who's picking up Dear Jane, then I will do it with her. I will follow along, and that will be my inspiration to stay on task. I have a machine in 3 rooms in my house. That way, just in case, I can put medicine in and turn the machine on no matter where I'm in the house. Yeah, I understand that. I do. All right, cutting tools back. Cutting tools back. Okay, so we've done 2 projects already. We got the tree done, and we got the improvisational piecing done. I got that done earlier this week. Or, well, today's the first day of the week. I got that done a couple days ago. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what day, but I got it done a couple days ago. Now, these. I am finishing up so much tonight. Yes, I am. I needed some space. Do you guys remember these? Do you guys remember them? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So tiny. So tiny. There's so many of them. There's not that many of them. I need to make a lot more of these. They are just, I have a stack. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's what I was going to guess. 14. I've got 14 of these. the bag of scraps to go with it. Oh no, the teeny tiny travel pieces. Yes. These are the whatchamacallits? Oh, these are from Star Systems. These, yeah, Laura says she remembers those tiny pieces, right? I don't know if anybody who's been around here long on my channel can forget them, because they are 1 1/8 inch squared up pieces to begin with. So all these half square triangles are 1 1/8 of an inch. I mean, I can measure them and show you. Yep, 1 1/8. They're squared up. Made 10 of them, could not remember why. Okay, I don't know if it was my channel or not. I've been working on this a while, but I haven't been working on it steadily. So I do have some squares in here already pre-cut. This one's red, and it's not the same red that I've already used. So I have enough to make, I've already used that red. Oh well, that's okay. We'll have multiple blocks with the same centers. I used half square triangles. Yeah. So I laid these out in the pattern and just go from there. I thought I had some more squares in here, but apparently I don't. I should have 4 of those, 4 of that one red. So we'll see what I end up with. We'll see what I end up with. And these go to the outside. So I have enough to do 1 block right now, easily. So we're gonna see how many I can make. Half inch, half square triangle. Yeah, no, I don't do that, anything that tiny. I don't make them, they would be finished at 1/2 inch. These are actually finishing a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch, because they are not 1/2 inch though. They finish a little bit bigger. They're 1 1/8 to start with. All right, we're gonna put a yellow in here. I know you guys can't see the rearranging. We'll get there. We'll get there. You guys will get to see the finished, because okay, I buried my phone. Okay. It's like, where did I put my phone? Because I gotta do the phone thing to see how bad off I did. Finished at 1/2 inch. Okay, that makes sense. So they're 1 inch. These are small. These are bigger than yours. If yours finish at 1/2 inch, these are a little bit bigger. Okay, I don't know. Did I put any? I think I skipped doing the same colorway. Nope, I didn't. I've got some gray on the gray. Let's see if I've got any others that are duplicated. I'm just looking through real quick. That's orange. So I think gray is the only one I possibly messed up with, maybe. Yeah, gray's the only one it looks like I've messed up with. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put a red in here. We're going to skip red. I made a 24 by 36 hand quilted piece about 10 plus years ago. Got a blue ribbon on it at the fair, and it was stolen out of my car. The quilt, they left the ribbon. I would want to strangle someone. Very, very decidedly strangle someone. I spell check, right? Tool, okay. Then I decided I'm going to get some tulle fabric and make shopping bags instead of sewing all those tiny crumb pieces together. Oh. I don't think I have ever really quilted a piece with tulle before. I probably should. Should be on my list. So bear with me just a second. All right, let's see. I think what I may do is I may just finish this block and be done. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how I'm feeling. Because I'm starting to drift. My mind is starting to drift. Okay, let's take a picture. Let's see. I may do a small potato chip quilt by hand. Oh, I like that plan. All right, so I'm gonna take a picture and we're going to edit. If it will let me, there we go. Color. And we're gonna take all the color out. It looks okay. Okay, we're gonna use it. So if you ever get stuck on something like this and you can't figure out if it looks good, take all the color out and see what you think. See what you think of it after the color's out. I am going to decrease my stitch length just a hair, not by much, because these are really, really tiny pieces. As you can see, if you're looking at the machine foot, this piece is just about as long as the machine foot is. Yep, there we go. So it is completely under the foot, barely at the edge of the back, and it's just underneath it where the toes curl up. So yeah, it's tiny. Same here. I've used tulle when my kids were little to make stuff for under their dresses to make their skirts lift up, and for square dancing stuff, but never for anything else. Yeah. See, I've used tulle for a couple of things, and I have some more tulle, but I don't know. I know some people have done that to hold the quilting in place on like an applique quilt, but I'm not sure I'm up for that. Like, I think that's asking a lot. All right. Pam says, yep, nope, too small. And these are 1 1/8, so they're a little bit bigger than my normal smallest size pieces. 1 1/8 was just as big as I could make these, and be able to trim them all to the same sizes. I don't even think I have, like, I was looking for the rest of that red too, that I've got the squares of, and for some reason I'm not finding it in here. So I don't know how I ended up with 2 pieces of red and didn't end up with 4. I need 4 per block. So we'll see. At least you won't need a full bobbin, right? That's a trick I learned before. Checks the tonal. Oh yes, the tonal balance. Yes, absolutely. That way you can tell if it's too light or too dark. Hey Susie, welcome in. Glad you're here. Seeing some tulle that has multicolored glitter in it. Ah. See, that I would not buy. I will not put that much glitter in my home. I'm not a glitter. I love glitter. Don't get me wrong. I love glitter. I will wear glitter eyeshadow. I will wear glitter other things. But I will not bring that much glitter into my home. It is not happening. Alright, I'm just going to take this off the machine because what I'm going to do, so I've got a string of now 8 pieces. To avoid having to do all of this in one time, what I'm going to do after I get my extra thread tamed and taken care of and trimmed out of the way, and we are going to take and we're going to layer this one strip under the other strip. So we're just going to do it that way. That is the chain piecing we're going to do today. No, this was tiny glitter. You could barely see it, but then again, I put glitter on my nails all the time, so glitter does not bother me. See, glitter is just, no. Glitter just does not stay in one location. If glitter stayed in one location, we'd be talking. Gotta go. Need to be up at 6 a.m. I have 1 more week of work before I can retire again. Till the next time to fill in for the receptionist. $1 for the shop hops. Going to have to finish the Illinois one. Yes! Well, good night, Joan. If you've not petted some fabric, go pet some fabric before you go to bed. Get that dopamine hit, serotonin boost, whatever we want to call it. Get those good feelings going. Get them good going. Get the good going. If I can talk. Yeah, I'm not far behind you. I'm not far behind you. We're gonna get this block and then we're gonna call it quits. So we'll have at least one Watch the remainder tomorrow while it's working. Oh, perfect. There's not going to be much. There's not going to be much. I'm just going to finish this one block and then we're calling it a night. I think I am tired. Susan says she used to like glitter, then had to clean up the cafeteria tables teacher used and didn't clean before the kids came in to eat lunch. I grew to hate glitter. Yes. That's kind of my deal. I used to love glitter too. And I even have glitter for like putting into resin. But if glitter is not sealed away, I don't want to use it. Now I'm confused as I can make glitter on what location I want it. Yes. Oh. Glitter can be fun and, you know, it can brighten someone's day. But at the same time, it gets everywhere. Glitter is not just in that one place you put it, usually. Glitter and sand do the same thing, go wherever you never ever get rid of it all. Yes, exactly. Like in the baseboards, in the carpet. You know, could y'all imagine? I did that. I did a weighted lap pad during one retreat, and I accidentally spilled some beads. I'm still finding them. Mostly they're all done, but I was still finding them for a bit. Okay, I pressed all of those seams open. What kind of sadist am I? Sorry. Ever seen that show, the guys that made glitter bombs? I have seen those, Rita. Just desserts. Absolutely just desserts. All right, so we are pressing all of these seams open. All of them. Every last one. Because we are going to do exactly what I did before. So we're going to have every last seam pressed open. So I'm going to finger press everything, then I'm going to iron press it. Then we're going to sew, and then we're going to finger press and iron press. Oh, my little heart was not ready for the pressing open. My heart was ready for everything but that. That was a little too much to ask for tonight. Yeah, this will be it. Oh, have you ever made a decision like this and just gone, why did I make that decision? I know why. I know why. Because it's the only way to get this tiny of a block to lay flat. But still, I still have so much further to go on this quilt too. When this thing gets done, it's going to be so much further to go. Then again, it's fun to give a gift with a card in it, then put glitter in the envelope. Oh, you better not do that to me. Just warning you. I will block you. Just kidding. And then there is that kid that tossed a handful of glitter while helping make the reindeer headbands. I had glitter in my hair for months. Ugh. Yes. I will not let glitter come into the sewing lab. Yeah. The sewing lab where I teach, I will not let glitter come in. I've asked that many times, why, oh, why, flying birds? Are you not done with that yet? There was only 670 of them. Or wait, you didn't want me to answer the why. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have answered it. If you didn't want me to answer it, I shouldn't have answered it. Oh. Good gracious. We're going to see if these will stay flat. If I had 14 blocks and you're making one, you could revise your design, do 3x5 layout, be done so much. No, I got so many others. I've got so many other half square triangles for this to go. I'm just starting with the smallest ones. So once the smallest ones are done, and I have all of them done and see how many I can make, then we're going on to the next size up. Rayanne says she's pressing all her seams open on all her half square triangles tonight. Ouch. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to also work on Grandma's cakes and fans and get that done. Get my second one done. Put borders on the first one. I still need to do that. And then do the second one. But I've got so many quilts to quilt. We are forever in a catching up mode right now. And that's not to count the three new projects that I put in boxes the other week. Oh, we got projects coming out my ears. They're all in a container with sealed lid. I do not want them flying away. Yes. No flying birds. There's no such thing as done with the half square triangles. Those little triangles always disappear. Always appear. Yes, they do, Rita. Yes, they do. So, okay, these are from a very specific project. These are left over from Star Systems. Star Systems, the top is done. It is just not quilted. It is layered and basted, but it is not quilted. And yeah, they're not lining up very well. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I need to work on my tiny piecing skills again. Need to work on it. We'll get there though. We will get there. All right. Let's see. Pulling my thread up because my machine wants to eat it when we're working with this tiny pieces. All right, one more seam, and then we're going to press these open at whatever level of matching up they get to. So the trick is, if you have some seams that are not matching up, and it's in you're going to be putting it in your quilt, and you see it before you put your quilt together, don't put it on the outer edges, and don't put it directly in the middle. Bury it somewhere, not directly on the edges and not in the middle. And if you're going to have quilt judges looking at it, they're more likely to miss it if it's avoiding the edges or the middle. Just saying. Let's see. Rita's asking why, oh, why did she get talked into quilting that quilt for her husband, or making that, yeah, quilting her husband's quilt. Oh, let's see. Played with the idea of using the cutoffs from 2 by 3.5 flying geese and decided not to. No, too small. Send them to me. If you haven't thrown them out, send them to me. If I can make them into something like this, it will be a long-term project, but I will do it. I do not mind doing stuff like this. This is my I want to sew, but I don't want to work on something big at the moment. It requires a lot of thought. So let me press it, but then we'll have another one. I do them 4 at a time, no little triangles to mess with. Yeah, I understand that. All right, I got a clip between seams because I left my seams attached. My stitching attached between the seams. And then we can press them open. And this will be it for the night. Oh, my sewing was definitely not accurate on this. We will see what I can come up with out of this one. At least I already have another one with this red in it, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, I hear you, Rita. She says that's Susan's thing, the cut off triangles. She says that's exactly why she does the flying geese. She does them 4 at a time, no little triangles to mess with. Okay. Speaking of random things, while we're on just random stuff at the moment, because I do have half square triangles left over from my last one. Is anyone doing the Stitch in Heaven New Year's Day mystery this upcoming year? Because I'm thinking about doing another Zoom, depending on timing and everything else. I'm thinking I will do another Zoom, or we will do something to work on the New Year's Day mystery from A Stitch in Heaven. I don't even know what the fabric requirements are yet, so I don't know anything more than just that they're having it again this year, and I signed up for it. Okay, so Stitch in Heaven out of Texas with Rob Appel and Tiffany Hayes, I believe. Um, they do a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day mystery every year, and last year was a New Year's Day. This upcoming one is going to be a New Year's Day, and it's completely free. Um, they will send the fabric requirements and any pre-cutting instructions to you in advance of the mystery. And then they do an all-day broadcast and give things away while they're doing the all-day broadcast. And they do like a recipe or whatever. Okay, I've not starched it. My starch is way too far out of reach. But we have another block, guys. And let's see how she compares. Yep, she'll be fine. Once I starch her out, she'll be fine. She'll be about the same size as the other ones. Pam says she is not planning on that project. I probably shouldn't be planning on that project, but I am. Small birds in the air block and summer moon is why I didn't hang on to it to put it in there. Those tiny half square triangles is roll of pain, not straight. Oh, gotcha. I did the one for 2025. They're doing one in 2026. Yeah, 2025 had a lot of star blocks, I believe. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was the stars with the Irish chain going through it. No. That's the one that I gave away already. Yeah, lots of star blocks. So be thinking about it. If you want me to do a Zoom or something like that with it, we will do that. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Don't be late. I will have something special for you guys. I don't know what yet. I kind of do know what. But don't be late. You want to be here for Tuesday night. Susan says she's not really a fan of mystery quilts. She'll do a cut and cuts puzzle mystery quilt every once in a while. Well, the nice thing with the New Year's Day mystery from Stitch in Heaven is you get the full pattern by the end of the day. So it's one day. And so if you decide you want to make it after that, you absolutely can. So if you sign up for it, you'll get all the pre-emails, and you can like watch along during the day. And then if you decide you want to do it after you see it done and put together, then you can do it then. And it's really a great plan. I like it. So okay, I know I'm low energy. I apologize. I will be live Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Don't be late. Wednesday at 1 p.m. I believe is when I've got the strip quilting stash buster, or strip quilt stash buster for the freebie for this month. So please do not forget that is there. Let me see if I can see if it's 1 p.m. I believe it is. Yes, 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. So I will be live then. So please don't miss it. We are going to be doing that one live, and you guys will get to see exactly how I'm going to put that together. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button if you haven't already. If you want to do a super thanks after the live, you absolutely can do that. We got 3 of the 15 for tonight, so that's not too bad. I appreciate every last one of you for doing super chat, participating when you can. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Cynthia says that you got a lot accomplished tonight. Thank you, I did. She says she will try to be here Tuesday night. She wants to be here. I hope so. Need to get up early for work tomorrow. Yes, Rena and Chloe, you definitely need to get up early for work as well. So guys, please have a good night. Go pat some fabric before you get in bed.